Good evening, MC Keegan-Ayer. Tonight I'm going to tell you a story. Long ago, in a faraway land called Frederick County, there was a little boy. He was a typical little boy, one of 3 children, had a mother and father who had both college graduates. He'd grown up being read to every day, sat at the dinner table with meals and conversation. He'd had all the advantages. He should have come to school ready to learn, but he struggled. In kindergarten, although he was very quick and all of his skills, verbal, comprehension, math, etc., were very strong, he struggled. His parents were troubled, his teachers were perplexed, and the little boy grew more angry and frustrated by the day. He was passed on to 1st grade, and his parents knew there was an issue. So the boy was put in a special class with a very special teacher. She was able to spend time watching and studying him. She was able to carefully choose remediation strategies to help him cope, and by the end of 1st grade, she had accurately identified his learning challenges. He was tested at the very beginning of 2nd grade and put into a specialized program for children who have issues processing the written word. He continued in that program and was given tools, strategies, to help him get his schoolwork done and keep up with his classmates. But he would continue to struggle with his learning challenges throughout his entire educational career. It would take him 2 to 3 times as long as the other students to finish his work, 3 to 4 times as long to finish his reading assignments, and he spent much of his free time completing his schoolwork while his friends would be outside playing. To say he was angry and frustrated would be an understatement, but he persevered. Fast forward. Today, that little boy is a senior in college and will soon be graduating. So why am I telling you this story? I am telling you this because that little boy is where he is today because when he started, our education budgets were still being funded appropriately. He was in 1st grade and a class of 18 students. Because studies have shown when we keep class sizes small, students have a better chance of success, and small class sizes enable our teachers to really get to know their students. This allows them to quickly identify issues that may hamper a child's ability to learn and put appropriate remediation in place. Because the education budgets at that time were being funded adequately, his class was small. His teacher had time to get to know him and observe his academic efforts. She was able to get him properly tested. The correct interventions and remediation programs were put into place. She and his subsequent teachers were able to spend extra time with him to help him find ways over and around his hurdles. He had daily encounters with the school counselors and even psychologists when needed. These are the kind of things that are missing with strict MOE funding. These are the results we will no longer be able to achieve on a regular basis. And how many kids like this young man will be lost? Because of his sense of frustration, this child was already being labeled a troublemaker in 1st grade. This young man is like many of our students who deal with challenges and the feeling of being overwhelmed on a daily basis, and he probably would have dropped out before graduating had he not received the additional help. This young man would have become just one more statistics on a page. But because at the time we funded schools at a level that allowed small class sizes and extra interventions, he instead is a shining example of success. And that is what proper funding of our school budget can mean to all of our students. And yes, this young man, he's my son. He will be graduating in 1 week and going on to law school. That's what lack of MOE funding means. And now you know the rest of the story. Thank you.